Hello, my name is Stuart, and I'm here to talk about chapters 5 and 6. First is federalism, the division of political power between a central authority and constituent political units. Federal preemption, states in an area in which federal regulation is pervasive, state legislation cannot stand. Separation of powers. Legislative enacts laws, executive laws are faithfully executive, and judicial interprets the law. Commerce clause empowers Congress to delegate commerce with foreign nations and others in the U.S. Taxation at the Internet. The Internet Tax Non-Discrimination Act replaced the Internet Tax Freedom Act in 2004. Impact of amendments on business. First 10 amendments. Corporates treated as artificial persons and prohibits federal government from infringing on individual rights. First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech, religious, and press. Guarantees the right to assemble, peacefully petition the government for redress of grievance. Corporate political speech, or CPS. High Court ruling, reasons for protection, corporations pay tax, corporations cannot vote, and CPS does not threaten individuals' political speech. Fourth Amendment protects individual rights to be secure in their homes and personal property. And if still part of the Fourth Amendment, prohibits the government from unreasonable searches, requires probable cause, and you have to have a warrant to go in. An industry that is subject to persuasive relegations. Fifth Amendment, the right to a fair trial and jury. Due process clause, no one without due process of law can be deprived of life, liberty, or property. And the Fifth Amendment also involves procedural due process, substantive due process, and taking clause. 14th Amendment applies Bill of Rights and due process clause to the states. Equal protection clause, and prohibits discrimination that is not based on a sufficient jurisdiction. Classification of a crime. Treason, war against one's own country. Felonies, serious crimes punishable by death or imprisonment. Misdemeanors, crimes of less, not as harsh or bad. It's lower than a felony, and you don't really get imprisonment or go to prison for it. Criminal procedure. Arrest. Seized and held under the authority of the law. Probable cause. Facts, circumstances that the suspects committed the crime. Booking and first appearance. Booking. Filing of criminal charges against the criminal. First appearance. Appearance of the defendant before a magistrate. Was there a probable cause for the arrest? Bail, amount of money that the defendant needs for someone to buy them out or get them out. Indictment, formal written accusation in a misdemeanor case. Arraignment, formal appearance of the defendant in court to answer any of the questions or plead guilty or not guilty. Plea bargaining, agreement between defendant's attorney and prosecutor. Burden of proof. Rests on the prosecutor. Number 2, burden of the production of evidence. And 3, burden of persuasion. Defenses. Entrapment defense, insanity defense, duress defense, and mistake of fact defense. Here are the 7 steps of prosecution. 1, arrest. 2, booking. 3, first appearance. 4. Information slash indictment. 5. Arraignment. 6. Trial. 7. Appeal. White collar crime. This is committed in a commercial context by a member of the professional managerial class. Core operations responsible. Criminal acts committed by employees. Strict liability offense. No state of mind or intent is required. Here are some of the common white collar crimes: fraud, bribery, embezzlement, violations of federal regulations, larceny, and computer crimes. Common computer crimes: piggybacking, imposter terminal, Trojan horse, and salami slicing. Destruction of computer data. We got one is virus, destroys, damages, rearranges, or replaces computer data. And worm, travels from one computer to another but does not attach itself to the operating system. False Claim Acts. Private citizens may sue employers on behalf of the government for fraud against the government. Sarbanes-Oxley Act establishes new rules regarding corporate accounting, government, and oversight, and financial regulations. Whistleblower Protection Act offers protections to federal employees who report illegal government activities. And the Constitution provides legal framework for the nation. It protects individual rights, establishes amendments. And yet, that's about it. Thank you.